Regis, can I ask you first about Aaron Connolly, new face in the building? What can you tell us about him and your reasons for signing him?
To help the team. This is the first reason, I think. And you know that this market of strikers is very difficult. So we were not in a rush to find the absolutely one striker. We wanted to find the right striker to help the team. So Aaron could be this one. He has many qualities. He's a very talented player. He has an interesting pathway before, and I think he's now here in a good condition. And with this experience behind him, we thought that it could be a good player for us. So we'll see.
You talk about his interesting background. Do you feel that this is a good club for him to be at, to resurrect his career, if you like, to give him the chance to find himself again?
Yes, I think so, because here I think we have this this mindset about creating the condition to develop the players and to help them to grow. And for sure, every player has his own pathway, and you need good experiences to find I think your best solution, best pathway to succeed. So it's obviously very interesting to have bad experiences as well, because when you are talented like he is, maybe you can think that everything is possible, even with some wrong decision sometimes. So now he's 24, and we think that this experience together could be very interesting for both Aaron and the club and the team as well.
Because you've often spoken about the team spirit here, almost talking about the team in terms of a family. Is that important, do you think, with a player like Connolly now to come into that family and feel part of that in his development?
Yes, I agree. So it was one of the key points of the assessment of this profile. We had many profiles behind the scenes. So many were interesting in the perspective of football, but we are not sure about the link, about the context, about the history, about the identity and the team spirit. So we decided to avoid many signings. But for Aaron, we assessed this part, and we thought at the end that it was possible. Yeah.
And how long do you think before he will actually be fit enough, match fit to compete?
It's difficult to say exactly. He's in good condition, so it was very important for us. And I think it shows that during this long period, he took care of his condition, and he had the possibility to think about his previous experiences and to change something. And it was the case, because his condition is very good, but he didn't train with a team for 3 months, and he wasn't in the specific situation of 11v11, which is very different from a 5v5, 2v2 or others physical stuff, I can say like that. So we'll need time, but because he is now in a good condition, I'm confident. So we'll see him maybe after the next international break. Could be available to come in the pitch, I think.
Ironically, he could be available against Hull, perhaps. In terms of competition places, I mean, Rusin is currently perhaps your number 2 behind Vienda. Connolly signing obviously puts pressure on Rusin. What do you see for his future?
We don't know exactly. What we want to do is to build the good level of competition in every position. So it was clear that for this position of striker, we have Mayenda. Ahmed is injured at the minute, and Rusin Naz. So only 2 players for that position, and without a strong experience behind them. It was too short, so we needed to recruit another player, and this opportunity was possible. So I think we had at the minute the right level of competition, and now with this competition, many things could happen, and we don't know before. What I expect is it's not a competition, a bad competition between them. So Aaron against Eliza, or Eliza against Rosin, this is like a team, and we know that we will need these three players in a good shape and able to play at their best level to perform as a team. So I think it's a good number. Yeah.
Going to the other end of the pitch, defence, Trey Hume is now on 4 yellow cards. It's looking fairly likely he's going to pick up a fifth in the next week or so. Laura averages. You never know. You have talked about having cover in that area. Should he pick up that fifth card, would the thinking be to play Luke O'Neill as right back?
Possible. Not true. We'll see. It's possible. So it's one of the opportunity we could have, because he did before as a left back and as a right back. So it's an option. We'll see. At the minute, still have 4 until the 5th. We can wait.
And in terms of your league position, 5 wins out of 6. How much do you believe in momentum? And when you have a winning team, it builds its own momentum.
It's still difficult to assess, because after these first 4 wins, for example, we thought that this momentum was very strong, but we can see that a single element or small details can change this momentum. So it was very interesting to assess the behavior of the team after that defeat, and I think it was interesting as a whole energy we could feel against Middlesbrough, but it wasn't perfect. In whole I can say the elements of the game, different phases were interesting, but other I think it wasn't so good. So this week was another week of many conversation about the game. So we know that we were strong in, for example, zonal defense. It was very interesting. Our high press was interesting as well, but our control of the game, for example, wasn't enough. And we are still a young team. I think we were 23 against 26 for the game of Middlesbrough. So we can feel that this experience sometimes could change the momentum of the game, even if the result is positive at the end. So we need to learn from these experiences, and I think these 3 games we have ahead will be very interesting, because the efficiency will be very important. If we waste too much energy in possession or out of possession, at the end we'll have many problems. So we talked about it. It's easy to talk here and in that room, but now you need to execute on the pitch, so we'll see.
And I suspected Watford will be a very different game to Middlesbrough. They had a very, very good start to the season, but the last 3 or 4 games, they seem to have come off the rails a little bit. I don't know what you've made of them, because you've clearly been watching them and analysing them.
It's another strong team of the league with a high level of physicality. They are very interesting individually, and I think as a team, maybe they have bad moments, but they have many qualities as well. So it will be a different experience from Middlesbrough, but this is I think the main goal, the ability to solve different kinds of problems. And we'll have Watford, Derby and Leeds. I think 3 different style of play, 3 different teams. And I think that our culture is now better than it was at the beginning of the season. But the problems need to be solved on the pitch. So we'll see. Again.
You spoke about Plymouth and the atmosphere at Home Park. Vicarage Road will be very, very similar. It's a compact, small ground, but the atmosphere is vibrant.
Okay.
And you made the point that was very much a 12th man for Plymouth, and it will be the same for Watford.
Against Plymouth, we had the opportunity during the first half to score more. So I think this momentum, when I think we can create this positive momentum for even at Watford or in many stadiums away. So when it's possible, you need to score and to use this positive momentum to score and create the gap between with the other teams. So this is, I think, it will be an important thing at Watford.
And finally, for me, you make the point about scoring. You've scored first in every game, and you've yet to sort of go behind in a game. And is that something you are looking at with interest as a coach?
It will happen, for sure. So the first bad experience was the defeat at Plymouth, and we were, I think, in a good place against Middlesbrough. So when we will concede the first goal, I'm still confident because I think this team is now very well connected with the different elements on the pitch and with the game. So the trick is to stay focused on the game is always the game understanding and the game project. So I think now we are stronger than we were before. So we'll see again.
Chris Beckham did very well for you on his first appearance, and that now possibly creates another interesting selection situation for you.
Yes, interesting. And for the level of the team, the consistency of the team, and for the competition in different positions, I think it's very interesting because every player can learn from the other, and you know that if you don't push yourself enough, you won't play. So it's only the competition and the rules of that level. So when it's too low, maybe I won't say that the players become lazy, but it's not the same situation. When it's too high, you know that one or two players won't have the opportunity to play. So I think the right level is now achieved for that position. And with Luke, with even Adji, who is injured at the moment, Chris Metham, Dan Ballard, for example, we have different kind of players, and they can push themselves, they can help themselves as well, as I explained for the strikers. And at the end, for so long championship, I think it's useful.
One point about Aaron Connolly, we spoke about him joining. In football terms, what is it that attracted you and the club to him as a player? What could he offer in football terms and tactically?
I think he's a complete profile, I can say like that, because he's a good finisher. He can run in behind. He can play with short passes and with combined play, and can defend with the team. So it's a well-rounded profile. It's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can learn new words with you. It's possible. And his profile as experienced player, because it's if how can I say this? If the average is the same, I think we need variability in a team with different experience, different profile, and I think he's different from the others. So it will help the others to learn, I think.
You discussed that Watford are a strong team, and it's often said about the Championship that there are no easy games. I know it is still early in the season, but is that what you're finding from it, that there just aren't easy games in this division?
Yeah, I don't think so. If it's possible, I would like, but it's the competition, and I like that. So we need, I can say like that, we need strong opponents to improve. We need strong opponents to grow. So this condition are good for that goal. Yeah.
Thank you.